Welcome to TJ McLaughlin Field on the campus of Waterloo, Columbus, where the 2024 season is just about ready to start with the Sailors hosting Dyersville Beckman. I'm Jeff Bradley along with Coach Pat Hogan. Pat Hogan, how you doing now?
Good. How you doing, Coach?
And Beckman won the toss, deferred. Sailors are going to take the ball first here in the first half. And really looking at all the success Coach Schmidt's had for the Sailors in the last, half dozen years. What do you expect this year, Coach Hogan?
Well, we were talking earlier. I think it's kind of an unknown right now, and kind of the same with Beckman coming in here the way we talk. So we're hoping for a good game.
Yeah, I concur on that. You just don't know. We know some of the names obviously because we followed Columbus. But a lot of these guys didn't get a ton of playing time. They've kind of been waiting behind all those all-staters from last year. I mean, guys like Parker Chelson and Nick Merrifield, Thomas Steele, Mason Knipp, obviously, and Carter Lockhart. Those guys were all-state guys, all graduated. So some big shoes to fill right there.
Oh, there is. I mean, and I know Coach Schmidt talked about that too. He thinks these guys are ready to step in there and compete. So we'll see here.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about first game. Everybody's excited. Season hasn't started yet. And as the kickoff, right off the bat, Aiden Hosh gets it and makes a pretty good run up to right at the 30-yard line. Gets the Sailor fans and the student section involved right away. I know Coach Schmidt's thinking Aiden Hosh is going to be a big part of the offense this year. So first offensive play from scrimmage this year. Amani Robinson's going to be under center. And that looked like a Drew Schultz on the run. And Coach Schmidt is really high on Drew Schultz.
He is, and he was one of those kids that played a little last year also, and now he's going to get his time here. So, yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, Columbus had some really good backs, the last few years. Obviously, Chelson, go back a few years before that. You had Alex Feldman, was almost the best guy in the field all the time. I think Drew Schultz might be in that realm of being the next really good back for Waterloo Columbus. He was also real high in this quarterback. I know he's only a sophomore last year. He's playing behind Lockhart, who was all-state. But he really thinks he can be special.
Yeah, Brad has spoken of him also, and he's looking forward to some good things.
So we come up kind of the first big turning point of the game. About 3rd and 6. Oh, and that's going to cost. Well, I think it's going to cost Beckman. They look like they were offsides, but of course they're pointing at Columbus that maybe somebody had moved. So you're going to get a 3rd and 1, or you're going to get a 3rd and 11. And the referees are talking it through just to make sure. And now they're bringing another referee in. And they've got the offsides against Beckman. So that's going to cost the Trailblazers 5, and that's going to make now 3rd down real reasonable. It's going to be roughly a 3rd and 1, which now opens up the playbook to whatever Coach Schmidt wants to do. Boy, they're tight. It looks like he's just going to, and he's got stopped. Good push by the running back in Robinson's back to push him over that line and end up not only getting the yard he needed, but 4 more after that.
That's the old push from behind that's come into play recently, right?
Boy, you saw that a little bit in the pros. I can't remember the team that started that. Now everybody's doing it.
Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles. Good call out by executive producer over here, Brandon Boland. Now Robinson in the shotgun. Oh, he's under pressure now. He's going to have to unload this thing or run, and he gets out of bounds. He's going to take a loss. But Beckman, a real fine job of tracking Robinson down and forcing him out of bounds for about a 5-yard loss. And really, regardless of your skill players, quarterback, running back, you know, I'm old school, and I think most folks are. You win in the trenches, and you're going to find out this young offensive and defensive lines, if they're going to mature through the season, that's going to be probably the key to Columbus' success.
Yeah, I mean, and Beckman's got a couple big kids up front that you got to work around. So we'll see how it works out here.
Robinson back in the shotgun, unloads it pretty quick. Nice little pitch and catch. Looked like Sean Monahan caught that, Owen Hosh caught that, And now that's going to make it third down, but at least you got some of that loss back, and now you're about 3rd and 6. Pretty accurate throw by Robinson, good catch by Hosh. So taking some time off the clock here, moving the ball. But if you get another first down here, you might just start wearing that defense out on this 75-degree night. Pretty good throw, and even a better run. That's Bryce Nolan with a great catch. The pass wasn't a great spiral. Nolan brings it in, jukes the defensive back, and picks up another 20 after the catch.
That was some fancy moving on Nolan's part. Yep, look forward to that.
So speaking of Bryce Nolan, I know Grandma Marianne Nolan's watching on TV. Hope you feel better. Hey, we miss you at the game, but great catch by your grandson right there. Oh no, bad snap, and they better cover that because here comes this Beckman defensive back, and that is a ginormous loss all the way back to the 50-yard line. They're going to call it at the 46, but goodness gracious. I see a lot of punts go farther than that, and that's going backwards. So now you're looking at second, and I got to look over at the scoreboard because I can't do the math in my head, but it's like second down and 34 yards. Holy cow. So that knocks a little wind out of Columbus' sail there, but they've got a couple downs to work with here. Oh, I think we might have had another jump, didn't call it. And it's just it was just a nice run right up the middle by Drew Schultz. And Josh Engler, probably their best defensive lineman, speaking for Dyersville, playing nose guard, put a lick on Schultz there. Well, now you've got third down and about an acre and a half to go. It's third down, 33 yards to convert that first down. Back in the shotgun, here comes Beckman blitzing. Ball's up for grabs, and it's a great catch by Owen Hosh. Made a great adjustment. Robinson had to throw it up. He was under duress, and Hosh just broke at the right time, came back and caught that ball. And now we're going to see it's going to be, I believe it's fourth down. He just got the first down there just by a yard or two. What a ginormous play for the Sailors.
Yeah, Robinson tossed it up, and both the defender and offensive man had their eyes on it. He just made a great adjustment to the ball.
So now they got a new set of downs. Not many people would have bet on Columbus getting a first down when it's 3rd and 33, but they did. Now it's first down. First and 10, they can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. And there's a timeout with the Sailors. And I don't know if it's hot enough. The last couple of years that we've been home, boy, they've been some 85, 90-degree days. It's only about 70, 75 right now. So I don't know if they're going to take those mandatory water breaks like they did. The state, remember they had us taking those.
Yes, they did. I don't think that's the case tonight. It's beautiful weather for football.
So Columbus takes that timeout, and probably a good timeout on the Beckman side too. They don't have to burn one, but they probably get to regroup a little bit here and go. We had them, we let them off the hook, and now we gotta play a little bit tougher here and not give up a touchdown. We came on the air just after our national anthem, sung by Catherine Malik, and we will not make that mistake again. She's one of the best in the state at that, and we will have that for sure the next 3 home games. So now Columbus just in the power I. Robinson underneath. Oh, he's going to fake it to the back. Oh, he could have ran that, but now he's going to throw it. He's going to throw it for a touchdown. Aiden Hosh. So Robinson and Hosh make up about half the yardage in this first drive. And what a great first drive to start 2024. A touchdown. Had a little bit of everything. You had some good plays. You had a couple mess-ups, which is going to happen. But they came through it, and now I'm watching student section. There's all sorts of crazy chalk colors going on down there. Hope none of the fans have asthma. And Bryce Nolan kicks that right through. Solid as Sears, makes it 7-0 Sailors. And we will take a short break. Welcome back. Sailors up 7-0 over Dyersville Beckman. Nolan to kick off. Good solid kick. Tate Rees looks like he's going to bring it up. Cuts to the right, and that's a real good tackle. And I do not have a number 52 on my sheet. But I got a 53. I'm going to call that Parker Stroh. Parker Stroh on the tackle. Good kick by Nolan. Good coverage by the Sailor kickoff team. And now the Sailors are going to be on defense for the first play. Beckman on offense for the first time. They're coming out almost a quick little huddle and run right up to the line. And that's a real good run. Yeah, Bryce Nolan the tackle, but that would Isaac Burlage for Beckman. And he's going to pick up not quite a first down. He got 9.5 yards on that, but they had a big hole there, and maybe this little quick huddle's throwing Columbus off right away.
Yeah, what's this look like? A little AP action kind of.
Yeah, they have the center come out, gets over the ball, then everybody else runs right up, and they're going right back to that same running back. But now Columbus is all over him this time, and it might be just a short loss or no gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 1/2 yards. So this is going to be a big turning point just early in the game here. Beckman coming out, centers over the ball, wide receivers set, line gets set. Columbus runs a couple stunts at Beckman there and might have missed a tackle where they could have held him and pushed it to 4th down. But Beckman does get the first down, and they're moving the chains. All right, 1st and 10, Beckman. Sprint up to the line. Quarterback's going to keep this one. Dylan Recker's going to keep that. Trainer on the tackle.
Recker on the carry for the Blazers. Brought down again by Trinan.
You know, Trinan's been in on at least 3 tackles on 6 plays, so
2nd and 7.
right from that middle linebacker spot. Obviously didn't get to see those guys play much last year. They'd play a half, the sophomore team. And a whole new cast of characters, but right now are looking like they're up for the challenge. Nice run there by Beckman. They're going to get up real close to a first down, about a half a yard away.
On the carry for the Blazers, brought down by Drew Schultz.
Yeah, it's going to be another big 3rd down.
Good for a gain of 5. To bring up 2nd 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3rd down and 1 to go. Big play again if the Sailors can stop them. They're sending a linebacker. They guessed wrong. They sent the linebacker blitzing to the right. Beckman ran to the other side and got enough for the first down with Drew Schultz on the tackle.
Yeah, in the trenches here, the Beckman front line looks like some big guys are going to have to get around a little bit.
Yeah, number 57, Adam Wormer, senior, 6 foot. That's a good hard run and a good hard tackle, and kept Beckman to just a 1-yard gain there. You can hear the pads popping from up here, and that's Trinan on the tackle again. Trinan around the ball all the time, at least so far in this first series. Beckman coming out of the huddle. Two wideouts on the left side. A little pitch to the running back. Number 2, Aiden Hosh, blows that up. And I think if Hosh doesn't get it, their running back, Cody Hagman's probably got some room to gain there.
What do we got? 3rd and 13. We need a big stop here.
So Beckman now out of the huddle. They're sending the 2 wide receivers, this time to the right. 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. Quarterback's rolling to the right. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get close to that first down, but there's a couple good tackles there. Trinan in there, but a couple other guys. And Drew Schultz, and you're not going to get by either one of them, let alone 2 of them. That's going to put 4th down, but it's 4th and 4 on the 43. My guess is they're going for it, Coach.
I think so. What do you do here? First game of the year, away game. I think you go.
Yeah, I mean, I like the call, and I really like the call, I guess, if you make it. And if you don't make it, then you'd be scratching your head and you're giving Columbus really good field position. It's just going to be a handoff. Running back's going to get – there's a block in the back, and they didn't call that. And Beckman's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line with Cody Hagman, and that was a heck of a good run. Yeah, from our view, it looked like they might have missed a block in the back on the defensive back, but regardless, now it is 1st and goal. No, excuse me, 1st and 10 from the No, it is first and goal from the 7-yard line. Heck of a play on 4th down.
Yeah, we thought there might have been a block in the back, but you got to work around those things.
So Columbus up 7-0. Beckman now knocking on the door, though, for some points. That's just going to be a straight handoff, a little inside handoff to Isaac Burlage. Trinan in on another stop.
Second and 7.
And maybe Trinan wasn't physically ready or mature last year, but holy cow, he's putting on a show tonight so far.
He's got his nose in every play. He's a hard-nosed kid.
So really no gain there on 1st down for Beckman. Now it's 2nd and goal. A little rollout, good catch. Well, he had it in his hands. Might have taken his eyes off the ball. Number 30, Tanner Ostwinkle. He wasn't going to get the touchdown, but it was going to be awful close to the goal line. Dropped the ball just going out of bounds. So now you've got 3rd and 7, or 3rd and goal, I should say, from the 7. And here comes the quarterback. Dylan Recker got the play from the sidelines. Looks like Beckman going 2 wide receivers to the left.
Reverse.
Yeah, it was just faked a little inside. He did not get in. It looked like his knee might have went down on the half-yard line, and he did. And Oswinkle, they've got a couple pretty good running backs there, and ran a little trap play. Faked it first to the other running back. They bid on that. So now a huge point in the game. You got a 4th and just a yard to tie the game.
Yeah, we got to make a goal line stand here.
Two wide receivers again to the left. Beckman, quarterback's just going to take it, and he is going to get in for the touchdown, it looks like. You heard the Columbus folks over here started to cheer. I think they thought his knee was down. Regardless of what the fans thought there, good play by Dylan Recker on the keeper and a touchdown. Looks like Julian Kramer's going to kick the ball, and it is through. And we have a tie ball game. With 55 seconds left in the first quarter, we are tied up. Columbus Sailors 7, Dyersville Beckman 7. We'll take a short break. All right, back to live action. 7-7 Sailors and the Trailblazers. Boy, that's a pretty good kickoff right there. Number 2, Aiden Hosh going to bring it up, and he's going to get upended. Good gang tackle by a couple Blazers there. And Columbus will start right up about the 15 or 16-yard line here.
16-yard line.
So tons of action right away in the first quarter. Both teams score a touchdown. Just 49 seconds left, and this first quarter's flown by.
It has. It's been a lot of plays and making up yardage. Yeah, it's been a good quarter.
So Robinson now in the shotgun. Just a little inside handoff. Drew Schultz, and just not much going there. Might have even lost a yard, and he did. So now it's going to make it 2nd and 11. Now, what I have noticed this year, I don't see Robinson running over the sideline getting every play from Coach Schmidt. And in the past, quarterback had run the whole. I mean, they might be on the other side of the field. And I remember, like, Carter Gallagher back then, he'd run 40 yards to get the play and 40 yards back.
I do remember that. That was the technique back then. It's changed, apparently.
So Robinson, that's going to be a quick little throw, but it gets knocked down by Beckman. So that's going to put Columbus a little bit behind the 8 ball here, 3rd and 11 to keep this drive going. Yeah, I remember talking to Coach Schmidt about that one time. I said, why do you do that? He goes, one time, he said, he signaled in a play, and the wrong play was called by the quarterback. So he goes, enough of that. He's gonna run over, and I'm gonna tell him. But it looks like he's, he just sending him in, or, I think if they're close, I think he'll still talk to the quarterback. But I just saw Jack Sitzman run in with the play. Now Columbus is set, 3rd down and 11. And I think he caught the pass. Now I think it's going to be short of the 1st down, but that's a pretty good pitch and catch there. And that will be the end of the 1st quarter. So with the Sailors and Blazers tied at 7, we'll take a short break before the 2nd quarter. All right, back to live action. 4th down and 3 or 4 yards. The distance doesn't really matter at this point. I do believe that Columbus will punt here. And that sure does not look like a punt formation to me. Well, that's 4th and 3. Yeah, he's going to drop back because he is also the punter. And he's probably got the option and that's going to roll a little bit. Beckman's going to pick it up. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, but now he gets cleaned up. They're trying it in on that tackle too. If I'm not sure who makes the tackle, I'm going to say Trinan, and I'd have about an 80% chance of being right here. He is putting on a show tonight in the tackling department. But Beckman has a great field position here. Their 45-yard line just to start the 2nd quarter here. Beckman coaches, head coach Cole Mather, assistant coach Ryan Mesner, and Jimmy Bockenstedt, Sam Willenbring, Ty Troutman, and Brian Rader. Looks like it's a quarterback keeper. And quarterback's going to rumble and rumble.
Brought down by Monty Robinson.
Looks like Amani got him down. Robinson tackled him, but not after a 9-yard gain. That Dylan Recker, I like his game. He's looks like he makes quick decisions, not only running but throwing.
Well, he's kind of a veteran, isn't he? Did he play last year, I think? Yeah. He looks good.
Yeah, and Beckman and Columbus have a real good history of some great games, and both of them being ranked real high. But this year's kind of an unknown, I think, for both teams. Not 100% sure what to expect. Two or three guys in there, but Trinan was the lead guy. You know, Recker's a pretty good quarterback. You got a couple nice running backs. And like we said, their line, solid as Sears. I mean, those guys are big and physical and moving people out of the way. So first down for Beckman. Now they're inside Columbus territory, 42-yard line. This is a little handoff to number 30, and that is Tanner Oswinkle. And he's had a couple nice runs tonight already. And he's going to rumble for about 8 or 9 yards. Looked like the tackle was Parker Stroh. And that will be second down, and boy, just about just a foot or two. So after that first drive, Beckman's had the ball twice. They are starting to dominate a little bit on the offensive line.
Yep. The big guys are starting to push people around. We got to make tackles when we get a chance.
Yeah. So now what you have to do is either need to gamble and start stunting a little bit, which is great, or you're going to pay for it if you miss. But if you're starting to get manhandled a little bit on the line, you're going to have to take a little more risk, maybe load the box up a little bit more.
You're saying to take some chances and see what happens that way.
Now Beckman rolling out, thought he could have ran. Pretty good pass and even a better catch by number 9, Chase White. Recker threw it a little bit high, but receiver did a nice job of pulling that in. And that's going to be another first down, and they're just methodically going down the field. We'll go through the Waterloo Columbus coaches, head coach. Now for a number of years, Brad Schmidt had a ton of success, was in the semifinals in the Dome last year. Assistants are Nick Bellamy, Dan Knipp, Mitchell Rahm, Andrew Robinson, and Donald Patnode. So Beckman out of the huddle. Recker got the ball, gives it to number 30, Ostwinkle again, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. So now that's 2 real good drives by the Blazers, and they are up 13-7 pending the extra point.
Yeah, they're running hard. That went right up the gut, and I don't think he got touched much in that play.
So extra point is going to be by Julian Kramer. Looked like Columbus had some good penetration, maybe could have blocked it, but Kramer sticks it through. So it is now, with 9:30 left in the second quarter, 14-7 Blazers over the Sailors. And we'll take a short break and be right back. All right, we are back. Beckman 14, Columbus 7. You know, another big thing tonight is the 2004, it's 20-year reunion. I can't hardly believe that, of the 2004 state championship team. Brad Smith was actually the quarterback on that team. And there's a small deck just adjacent to us, and you've got the mascot down there and a bunch of the players. And I remember those guys when they were in high school, and of course they aged like me, not very well. And no, I'm just kidding. Those guys look great. But taking pictures with the Sailor mascot, getting free pizza, getting introduced at halftime. So it's still paying off winning the title 20 years ago.
It always does. That's a good memory there.
Yeah, winning never gets old. Winning never gets old. So Sailors really need to respond here. The tide and the momentum definitely with Beckman. Yeah, and that's an incomplete pass. I mean, you need to call it the right way. I think they were going to let it go for a second, but it's either incomplete pass or a fumble, but it was a forward pass. So the result of that play is just going to make it 2nd and 10. And I think Coach either needs to open up the playbook up a little bit, which he's well known to do. I mean, he loves to throw it out and air it out.
I think we might see some throwing here shortly.
So Robinson back in the shotgun. Just going to have a little inside handoff to Drew Schultz, and Schultz rumbles for about 4 or 5 yards. Good gain, makes it a reasonable 3rd down play here. But really, the thing you do not want to do, if you're a Columbus fan, obviously, you do not want to end up punting here in the next 30 seconds and giving it back to Beckman. Need to sustain a drive here at the worst, and at the best, obviously, sustain a drive and get some points. So Robinson back in the shotgun again. Robinson to his, boy, now Columbus jumped on the line. So that's going to back them right back up to the gain that they had and probably make it about a 3rd and 9. Yeah, so that's actually going to make it 3rd and 11. So now it's makes it just that much tougher to get a 1st down. Have to be disciplined in these tough spots here. Robinson back, Beckman blitzing. Nice little play to Schultz. Schultz running. There's also a face mask. I don't think anybody saw it. I don't see a flag yet. Somebody had to see that. His head got twisted halfway around. He may have also got the 1st down anyway. Well, he is a couple yards short. Good eyes, Coach Hogan. But they have. I don't see a flag on the ground, but they're talking it over. Somebody, it's so far away, I don't know how that referee would have seen that. It was right in front of one referee, did not throw the flag. And they're calling illegal procedure against Columbus. Wow. Well, that could not have went much worse there. I believe, and most of the people here believe, there's a face mask there. Which would have been a personal foul. They're going to back them up even farther now. So now your 3rd down is looking at like a 3rd and 16. It was a good play call and executed very well. But you can't keep putting yourself behind the 8 ball.
No, we got to eliminate mistakes and sustain a drive here.
So 2 costly penalties here is going to make it 3rd and about 16. Robinson back to throw it. He's going to air it out a little bit. Right on the sideline. Owen Hosh could not bring it down. Did everything he could to keep his toes in. If that's half a yard still in bounds, I think Hosh makes that catch and the 1st down. So Sailor's going to be forced to punt here. And that's going to give Beckman probably pretty darn good field position pending the return. Robinson back to punt. And it is off. Beckman fields it at the 45, 50. Now the Columbus 45. He's around the corner. Pretty darn good run, steps out of bounds, but that's a real good run back from Dylan Recker. And between there is a flag on the play. Let's wait and see what that is. But between Oswinkle and Recker, boy, they got a couple fine running backs over there and returners.
Yeah. Those are a couple of guys we got a key on, it looks like, here late in the second half.
Yeah, that was a nice little shifty run. Now we're going to see what that penalty is. If you can hear the student section there, pretty sure it's against the Blazers. And it is, and they're walking it off. Let's see where we're going here. Spot of the foul looks like going to back him up about 10 yards. But it should be a first down from the Columbus 42-yard line. So really, Coach, what they need, Columbus, I mean, easier said than done. You just need to stiffen your neck here and just play really good, solid defense and not give up another score.
Yeah, if we can get out of this half without a score, we're going to be in good shape in the second half and make some adjustments at halftime and come out and play the game.
Well, and as we talked, it looked like Trinan was on the blitz. They ran to the other side. Blazers run to the right, away from the blitz, and get a huge first down. Yeah, now Beckman's starting to get yardage in big chunks, not 2 or 3 yards, but 6, 8, 10 yards.
Yeah, we got to stop that. Like you say, beat them in the trenches and stop them in the line.
So Beckman up over the ball. Another first down. Recker in the shotgun. Just a straight handoff to Burlage. Nice job by the Sailor defense to just limit about a 1-yard gain there. Good tackle by Thomas Faraday. So now Beckman out of the huddle again. Going to run another shotgun with Recker. Now he's going to roll out to his right. He may run, may throw. Now Sailors are close in on him. He gets rid of it. Nice adjustment to number 30, Oswinkle. And I agree with you, Coach Hogan. There's a couple running backs there. You key on those guys, but then also the quarterback's pretty fleet of foot also. So you can't sell on any of those guys. So that's going to be another first down for Beckman. They're knocking on the door for another score. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. They can, maybe closer to the 13-yard line. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. But it does look like in the trenches right now, Beckman's more or less dominating that offensive line over Columbus' defensive line. And I thought Columbus did a nice job there, but still gave up 4 or 5 yard carry. So you're either going to have to start shooting some gaps or sending some linebackers. And once again, if you do that, it's really good. You might get a loss, but it might be really bad if they run to the other side. So now Beckman's sitting right about 2nd down, and I'm going to call it 4 yards. Under 6 minutes left here in the first half. Imperative that Columbus bows their nick here and gets tough and stops them. But just another handoff to Cody Hagman, one of their running backs. And he will not get a first down, but he's right up against it. It's going to be just third down and just inches now. So now you've got a third down play. They can get it. My guess is if you're going to go for it on fourth down in your territory like they did before, they're going to go for it fourth down here unless they're comfortable with their kicker. But it's third down and 1, so Columbus, somebody needs to step up and make a play.
Yeah, they're going to be going for it. He looks like he got it right there.
It's going to be very close. Trying to see if they're going to measure that. They are going to go, first down and goal from the about 2.5 yard line. Beckman again knocking at the door for another score, which then would put them up 2 scores over the Sailors. Beckman breaking the huddle here. Wrecker in the shotgun, and he's just going to take it again like he did in the first quarter, and he's in for the touchdown. So he gets his second touchdown of the night, and that will put Beckman up, pending the extra point, 20-7. And that's what it looks like to me, at least offensively. Beckman's offensive line is just, I don't know about overwhelming, but they're pushing the defensive line from Columbus around right now.
Oh, they're opening some holes that, well, you or I could run through pretty much. There's a block point.
Drew Schultz blocks that extra point, which you never know might come in very big later in the game. But I thought I saw that on the second touchdown where it looked like there was some good penetration. They had a chance to block it. They actually do this time. So now with the score 20-7, 4:37 left in the first half, we will take a short break. All right, back to action here. Beckman to kick off to Columbus. Pretty good, not quite end over end kicked, fielded good. Drew Schultz is bringing it up. He makes a nice little cut. He gets to the outside, and real good return right there. It's exactly what Waterloo Columbus needed there. Get a little momentum back on their side after 3 unanswered scores by the Blazers. And Schultz will run that all the way up to the 43-yard line. I would say this might be the biggest drive of the game for the Sailors, obviously to this point, but need to stay in the ball game.
Need to stay. Scoring would be huge on this point for the Sailors and hold them to no more. Here we go, right up the gut.
Real good play. That's Robinson just right over the middle to Aiden Hosh. And if Hosh has one more step, he's in the end zone, but great play. Gets all the way down now to the Beckman 38. And that's what I was alluding to earlier. I think Coach Schmidt's got the athletes. You might just have to open it up and keep Beckman a little more honest on defense. Robinson rolls out and overthrows the intended receiver, and it was Hosh. And if Hosh gets that, he may be in the end zone. There was a lot of real estate between him and one defender and then the end zone. Man, right play, right time, just did not execute.
Great call. Just a little high, the pass.
And again, Robinson, it's his first start. He played a little bit behind Carter Lockhart last year. Lockhart was an all-state quarterback. But now it's Amani's team. And that was that's a patch I think Hosh probably needs to catch that. It was a little bit high, but you need to bring that in if you're going to make a big play. So now 3rd down and 10 from the Beckman 38. And really a little bit better passes there, and they're keeping that momentum going, and the crowd's back into it.
Oh, they had a couple big opportunities. They just need to get a first down here and keep this drive going.
So they break huddle. Robinson now in the shotgun. He gets the hike. They're coming after him. They got the blitz coming. He might run or he might throw. He's not sure yet. He's throwing it. It's up in the air, and that is a pretty good defensive play by Beckman to knock it away. Maybe a little too much air under that thing. And maybe on the other hand, Robinson should have just run that.
Well, he had some room there, but again, it's the first game of the season. I think they're figuring things out and get to the second half here and see what happens.
So now you got 4th and 10, and it looks like Columbus is going to go for it on 4th and 10. So then if you back up, did you need to throw a 30-yard play there? Or if you would have ran for 5, it would have made it a little bit easier here. But be that as it may, it's 4th and 10, 3:57 left in the first half. Coach Schmidt's taking this time out, and I'm sure he's thinking about, well, if we get it, super. If we don't get it, we give them pretty good field position with enough time to, go down the field.
Well, and we got to make a defensive stand then, They got to figure that out before the half here.
So the coaches, the brain trust, they're talking it over down there. And that's why they make the big money, these 4th down plays. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this is a tough call because it's 4th and 10. The odds are kind of against you. You're going to get it. But you are on the 38. If you punt it and it goes in the end zone, it's a net 18 yards. But if you can punt it and bury him, then, maybe you reload it at halftime. But it's going to be an interesting call here, and we'll know here shortly what Coach Schmidt and the staff are going to do. Just a beautiful night for week 1. I know we had week 0 last week. A few teams played, but everybody's playing this week. And just a gorgeous night for high school football.
Yeah, no sweatshirts, no jeans, not yet anyway. That's probably coming, but it's beautiful right now.
Yeah, it's funny. We're out on the deck calling this game, and, of course, we're in shorts. And, come October, we'll be wearing maybe snowmobile suits. So Robinson under a ton of duress. He unloads it. It looks like that was a catch. Nobody's really saying if it was or it was not. Referees run all the way over. I don't think either one of the referees were in very good position to call that. They ran over, they talked. Just the natural reaction of a guy that catches that ball is he caught the ball and he stood up and he was excited.
Yeah, I don't know if the official saw it right away or just made a call depending on who was talking to him. But, yeah, it looked like a catch.
But ruled no catch. Now, this is going to be big with just under 4 minutes to play in the half, 3:49 to be exact. Now Beckman takes over on their own 38. And now it is crunch time. Columbus has to stop him here. Beckman out of the huddle. Shotgun once again. Fake handoff. And just overthrew his intended receiver. but Oswinkel was the intended receiver, and he came all the way out of the backfield, and quarterback overthrew him just by a yard or two. And quarterback paid for it a little bit. Good hit by Columbus on him right as he threw it. But this is really where you have to bear down if you're Columbus and get to the point where you either get the ball back, but you at least have to stop them on downs here and not give up another score. So it looks like Beckman's going to take a timeout. We will too, and be back in just a second. All right, we are back to live action. Blazers over the Sailors, 20-7. At this point, it is 2nd down and 10. Blazers do have the ball in their own 38. Little sidearm throw by the quarterback. Pretty nice throw. And that Oswinkel, you just can't. They couldn't bring him down. Columbus, that is. They had him short of the first down for just a second, wrapped up. He keeps those legs churning. Good run and gains another 7 or 8 yards after getting the first down. So now they're going to go no huddle, the Blazers. And a little inside handoff, and that's going to get that is just going to get busted open. Looks like Faraday was the lead culprit. There's a couple other guys helping him out. Looks to be a no gain, so now it's a 2nd and 10 for Beckman. And we're right at the 3-minute mark before the first half. Beckman breaks huddle. Quarterback's rolling out, running out of room. Does another little sidearm action, but I think it's incomplete pass. That sidearm looks like Patrick Mahomes a little bit, or at least acting like it.
Well, he's made some athletic plays, some sidearm throws. Yeah, he looks good.
He does. He makes nice adjustments. He couldn't throw it over the top, so he just whipped it out there sidearm, and that was a catchable ball. Hard ball to catch, but a catchable ball. With another timeout on the field, we will also take a timeout. All right, we are back. Huge play at this point of the game, 3rd and 10. Beckman in Columbus territory at the 45. Rickard takes a snap. He's going to this time go out to his left. Throws it across his body. It's intercepted. Amani Robinson read that fairly well, could not keep his feet in bounds, but that's almost beside the point. Huge play for the Sailors, and still 2:46 left in the half. They get the turnover, get the INT, and now they get the ball at their own 42-yard line with enough time to hopefully put up a score here.
Well, that was big, but a score would be obviously much bigger with 2 minutes left in the half.
And I believe that's the first time I saw Wrecker go out to the left. He went to the right all the time and then kind of had to right his body a little bit and throw across his body, so that might have been a little bit why he's inaccurate. But now Robinson's back. Here comes Beckman. And definitely somebody ran the wrong – somebody either ran the wrong pattern or they were not on the same page yet. It was right between two receivers, that ball. And that is going to go as an incomplete pass and bring up 2nd and 10. And now in the back of your mind, you can think, well, if we make some first downs, fine, but if we throw a couple passes incomplete, now you're punting it to them, and there's still time on the clock.
Yeah, we don't want that. We need to get a first down or two here at least.
Now Columbus, nobody in the backfield but Robinson, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they are coming after him. And he has to unload it because he's under duress. So good penetration by the defensive line of Beckman. And Robinson just did not have time to find a receiver. And once again, maybe at that point, and this is Monday morning quarterbacking, but you just tuck it and run because the DBs are covering the receivers. If you can outrun these.
Get through the line there, you're gonna go for some distance.
But that's a split-second decision, and I think Amani thought he could hit the receiver there. But now, just like we said, now it's 3rd and 10. And kind of a critical play here with 2:39 left. Rolls out to the right. He's looking for a receiver, throws it. I think it is caught on the far side of the field. It's going to be short of the first down. Now, Hosh going to catch that, but he's only going to get about half the yardage he needs for a first down. Now you're sitting on your own 49, 4th down. I would think Coach Schmidt would have to kick this one, but I've seen him. He's like a riverboat gambler. He does what he wants.
Looks like they're going to kick it.
So Robinson back to punt. Now he's the quarterback, so he's got some good wheels, but he will just straight punt that, and that thing's going to go in the end zone because it's not going to get a bounce, or is it going to sit up? Oh, it's 2 yards deep in the end zone. Otherwise, they would have trapped him in great field position, but that's a pretty good punt by Robinson, and the Beckman Blazers will take over with 2:23 left to go in the first half. So Columbus will need one more strong stand here defensively just to go into halftime down 20-7. And not sure how rambunctious the Beckman coaches are going to get here on their own 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun, and that looked like it almost bounced off the ground. That receiver did a good job, got his hands under the ball, and it was a short gain, but 2 yards is better than no yards. Nice play by that wide receiver for Beckman. Beckman doesn't look like they're in too big a hurry right here, so I think unless they can get a big play, like a big run or something, I think they're okay with going to halftime at 20-7. I'm not sure if we have a timeout on the field. Coach Schmidt not happy about something, not sure what it is. But right now we have no action, but nobody's run to the sidelines like for a timeout. So Yeah, we may have a clock issue. Clock shows 1:46, 2nd and 10, but so it did hit the ground? Yeah, he wants the clock. So upon further review, that did hit the ground, and it will be an incomplete pass, but then they will have to put a few seconds back on the clock because it was a running clock with the completion. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Beckman. Well, that seems like a lot of time, doesn't it? 2:03. And like I said, they were not in a big hurry. They were letting some time run off, but they need to reset the clock to 2:03, and they have. Not sure who's running the clock tonight. Could be Andy Steele, could be Kelly Christensen. Johnny on the spot, got it right on 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So Beckman now in the shotgun. They're just going to hand it off again to the running back. Columbus does a nice job of bottling him up for a short gain of, well, not that short a gain. It's about a 5-yard gain. Trying it again on the tackle. Now we're under 2 minutes, and Beckman does not look like they're in a big, powerful hurry here. So just mind your P's and Q's. Don't have any big play, and you could go in, down 13, but still in the ball game. Guess you just have to watch if they're kind of rope-a-dopey, they're trying to, they're walking up the line. They're not running up like they were, but then all of a sudden they throw a long pass. So just have to be solid. No, just a little inside handoff. They will get a first down. And now the running back's rumbling all the way up to the 45-yard line. So now with 1:07 left, you're giving Beckman a lot more hope here and a lot more options. Oswinkle, another good run. Hosh on the tackle. But that's the main thing you had to guard against was any real big gain to give Beckman the thought that, well, now we can maybe, with a minute left, maybe get one more score. So I think Recker gets the play from the coach. They break huddle. Recker back in that shotgun. And they are going to run it again. Nice little run for 4 or 5 yards again for Beckman. Now Beckman still has a couple timeouts left, but now we're under 45 seconds. So I think the game plan is, unless might run it, and if they break one, they break one. But if they don't, they're comfortable going into halftime, 20-7. Recker back in the shotgun all by himself. Now got a man in motion. He's going to throw the ball. And that's a great catch, over-the-shoulder catch by the Blazers all the way down to the 2-yard line. Osweiler, that's a real hard catch, locating that ball on a full sprint over your shoulder. Just a great catch. Hosh brings him down, prevents the touchdown. But now with 17 seconds left, just what we were talking about, Coach Hogan, I mean, you just had to ward off one more play, one big play.
Well, you kind of called it. It looked like they were taking their time and not looking for much, and then bust a big play like that.
So now I think Beckman may take a timeout, and we will also, with just 17 seconds left in the half, and Beckman knocking at the door again. We'll be right back. We are back. 16.6 seconds left. Huge part of the game here. Blazers knocking at the door again right before halftime. 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Probably have time for 2 plays, maybe 3. They're just going to do a little handoff to the running back. Looked like Columbus maybe was going to stop them, but great run by the Blazers and get into the end zone. And now with just 10 ticks left on the clock, they're going to score another touchdown and push that lead up to 26-7 pending the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So the wind out of the sails a little bit for the Sailors. They really need to regroup here at halftime. They are down 3 scores, 27-6. And really the offensive line is the difference right now for Beckman. And then that last drive, you just have to have your wits about you. You can't let them get behind you when they're just almost trying to run the clock out.
Well, and that's what we thought watching them come out to play, but they make an explosive play like that, and we got to be ready to defend that.
So Sailors will get the ball back before these half ends, but just 10 seconds left, so maybe just the run back, maybe one more play after that. And now at this point, you have to start taking some chances on offense and defense. You're really going to have to throw the ball a little bit more. I mean, you got to keep on the honest on the run game, but got to get back in the ball game.
Well, we saw them opening up a little bit, in the second half. Hopefully those plays will be effective.
More or less a little squib kick there. Beckman covers it at the 30-yard line. Haas returns it for a short gain, and there will be just time for one more play before the halftime. 6.5 seconds left. We will take a break at halftime. Lily Faraday may be up in the booth here to do an interview with sophomore volleyball player for Columbus. But we'll take at least a short break here right after this play. So Robinson back in the shotgun. He's going to air it out here. Now he's scrambling, running to his right, throws the ball. That's going to go incomplete. And there will be one more play. There's 0.8 seconds left. There's time for one more play. And really, you got nothing to lose here. I think you chuck it, or even a trick play, doesn't even matter. I mean, maybe get a little momentum, get the crowd back into it here going into halftime. 2nd and 10, one play left before half. And I think they are. I think they're going to take a knee and reload at halftime. But at halftime, Dyersville Beckman 27, Waterloo Columbus 7. And we will go on a short break, and hopefully Lily Faraday comes up. Thanks. All right, we are back at halftime. We talked to sophomore setter, junior, she just nudged me, junior setter. Not that you're immature at all, Lily. I apologize for that. Junior setter for Waterloo Columbus. Has starter last year and played some as a freshman. Now, how's the team look this year? And I almost have to apologize. Have you played yet?
Our team's looking different. We lost 4 of our 6 starters, and so we're trying to rebuild and regrow as a whole team. And we've had scrimmages here and there and gone places for weekend scrimmages, but we haven't had actual games. But we have a real game on Tuesday here versus Dyke at 7, so everyone should come to that. But we're just trying to rebuild and regrow our team because we lost so many leaders, and trying to learn how we all connect again.
Great answer. Now, one of the other starters, Sophia Keys, let's talk about her a little bit. She got some recognition last year, as you did, in some postseason things. You're going to be setting her, I would think, a ton this year. Talk about Sophia's game a little bit.
Sophia is just an all-around great player. She has really good awareness, and in that front row, she's just so dominant and is able to figure out how to place the ball. She has a great skill where she can put anything past her, and if she messes up, she's able to shake it off. And she's also just a great leader. She's able to talk to everyone, calm people down. She's a voice for everyone and tries to pick everyone up, even when there's stuff that goes wrong in practice or morning conditioning. When we were running at 6 a.m., she'd be the one screaming and telling everyone that we're all doing great and trying to push everyone to be the best they can. And she's just a really big person for our team and helps everyone feel more comfortable, and she is also one of probably our best player.
She is a talent, no doubt about it. So, obviously with your experience, Sophia's experience, you guys are kind of leaders of the team. Can you pick out 1 or 2 other players that have impressed you, maybe younger, maybe they're seniors but haven't got a chance to play because you had those horses last year, that have impressed you and are going to be a great addition to the Columbus team this year?
Well, the 2 I think of are Ella Paul and Sawyer Schaefer. And Ella stepped up. We had a really great outside Morgan Bradley last year, and there's a big shoe to fill, and Ella Paul is trying to step up and become a big person, and she's doing a great job. She's able to work with anything, and she's just overall a really loud person and able to talk to people and let people know exactly what's happening. And then Sawyer is just such an energetic person and literally will talk at every second and pump everyone up. And she's also an amazing all-around player. She can pass, she can set, and she can hit. And she's the biggest energy I think we have on the team, just at being able to yell for everyone and cheer everyone on and get so hyped for people.
So always for athletes when I interview them, give a little love to the folks and tell us a little bit about the folks and what they've meant to you and your development.
Okay. You guys are so awesome, and whenever we have people at our games, it's so loud and it's so fun, and it makes us want to play more for everyone rather than just one person. We want to play for this section. We want to play for the little kids that come to watch, for the middle schoolers who are looking up, and for the parents who are coming and spend money, all the people who volunteer. We're so thankful for you guys, and anyone who really comes to a game. It just makes us feel so much more loved and appreciated. Even if it's at an away game and we have 15 more people, that's still so humbling, and it just makes us feel so good about ourselves because we know that there's people who truly support us. And our team, we really enjoy having people there. It makes us feel really good, and it makes us want to play for more than just ourselves and just our team.
So I know, the guys playing tonight, and obviously volleyball, all the sports, it means something to have that C on your helmet or your chest. Talk a little bit about representing Waterloo Columbus.
Representing just means being a good sportsmanship. We go to a Catholic school and we play for Christ all the time. We always want to be able to talk to people and talk about how we play the game for Jesus just as much as we play for ourselves, and he is our number 1 priority. We want to show good sportsmanship, and we want to always follow the golden rule, which is very important, and just always be kind to everyone. And even when things don't go our way, we don't scream and we don't get upset with the refs or the other team. We just always represent in a good and faithful way where we're never upset with people and yelling and saying things that we should never say to others.
besides volleyball, what other activities at Columbus are you involved with?
I'm involved in basketball and golf for other sports, and then I do student ambassadors, student government, Lighthouse, and I am joining mental health club this year. And then I also try and just participate in masses and talk. And whenever there's assemblies or anything, I try and help out and just be able to be a big voice, so others know that it's okay to be able to be a big voice as well.
Just a couple more questions and you're off the hot seat. So you are very busy, but any other hobbies, activities that you like to do?
I love spending time with my family. That's one of my most important things, and also my friends. Hanging out with them on weekends is so awesome. But during the school or during the week, I make a priority to go home after volleyball or basketball or golf, or just after school, and spend time with my little sister and my dad and my mom, obviously, and just kind of make sure I'm still like loyal to them and still make so much time for them, even though I have stuff going on.
And then last question, summer just flew by. What did you do last summer? I mean, obviously you're probably still training, trying to get ready for volleyball season, but did you work? Did you get to lay by the pool? I mean, what do you do? What's your typical summer day, or what do you do this summer?
So I went to conditioning or lifting almost every morning, but I would watch my little sister. We would go to the pools or go get ice cream or go on walks and just kind of fill our day up. And that was like technically my job, but it was also just being able to have fun every day during the summer, being able to watch my sister some days or go to the pool with my friends or go golfing with my friends or just be able to have a chill day.
Well, very good. You are off the hot seat. I really appreciate you coming up, Lily. Hey, get out to watch Columbus volleyball. You can watch, obviously, Sophia Keys. You can watch Lily Faraday and the rest of the team. First game is when again, Lily?
It is on Tuesday at Columbus versus Dyke at 7 o'clock.
That should be a barn burner. Thank you much.
Yes,
thank you.
you.
All right, we are back. Second half action. Columbus kicking off to Beckman. Good kick by Nolan. Beckman finally covers it, running it right up, and big gain now. Gets up to roughly 30, 35-yard line. Good recovery after kind of fumbling that pickup. So just starting the third quarter, reset the game for everybody. It's 27-7. Beckman over Columbus. And my guess now would be Beckman would just use that offensive line and just keep pounding it down Columbus' throat as best they can.
I think run, and we gotta make a stop and then get some offense going, make some adjustments at half, and move the ball.
No doubt about it. And that is exactly what Beckman did do, just a little inside handoff. And Columbus snuffs it right at the line of scrimmage for a short half-yard gain. That was Thomas Wall from Columbus on the stop. Nice stop. Coach Schmidt calls him the glue guy. The glue guy. I'm not sure what that means, but obviously glue keeps you together. Maybe he keeps the team together.
Yeah, is he a senior? He's got to be. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
You know, Thomas Wall was actually playing a little bit, was projected to play a little bit last year and got hurt right away at the beginning of the year, and obviously set him back quite a ways. But yeah, they were counting on Thomas this year, and obviously counting on him big time this year. So another good play for Columbus defense there. It's going to be 3rd and 10, but sound like a broken record. Big play, but you got to make a play here.
You're right. Yep, we got to stop him here. This will be key.
Trying to chase Recker down. Recker makes a couple nice moves. Now he might go all the way now. A little bit of a block in the back there, but they're not going to call that, just a nudge. And he gets into the end zone for a long, long score. And now Beckman's going to start really adding on to this score and blowing this game out. It's 33-7 before the extra point. And once again, Columbus had their chance there. It's 3rd and 10. You get a stop, you get the ball back. Did not happen. Beckman responds, and they score a touchdown. And that's a good run by Recker. I like that quarterback, and I like those two running backs they have.
Yep. And like we said, we got to find a way to slow those guys down at least, if not stop them.
So now Columbus literally has their work cut out for them. They are way behind the 8 ball, need to score quick. Probably need to be uber aggressive, but you can't be reckless here, or you're going to be down another score or two. But we will take a short break and be right back. All right, Beckman to kick off from their 40-yard line. Just a minute and 40 seconds into the third quarter, and Beckman scores another touchdown. Pretty nice kickoff. And it's coming up, and Beckman, real good job of covering it. Columbus can't even get up to the 20-yard line, dropped right at the 20 or 19-yard line. And now you're starting to sense a little bit Columbus might be putting their heads down a little bit, which is the exact opposite of what you want to do. You really have to get tough here and try to fight through this even though you're down a bunch of scores. So Robinson in the backfield just by himself, along with Drew Schultz. And it almost looked like it was going to be a handoff, maybe a delayed draw, but it looked like a broken play. Columbus loses 5 yards on that play, so it'll be a 2nd and 15. And really with the score the way it is, Beckman's just going to pin their ears back.
Yeah, and we look a little out of sorts right now. I mean, we just got to sustain something and get some confidence back.
So Robinson back in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. Quick little pass, but it hits the ground, goes incomplete. It was intended for Drew Schultz. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. And really, Beckman can sit here and they can play a little soft even if they want to, yeah. Roberts back in the shotgun again. Schultz to his left. Going to just do a little inside handoff to Schultz. He gets hit, bounces off one defender, but just too much gang tackling by Beckman. And that's going to go for no gain and bring up 4th down for the Sailors. Schultz a little slow to get up there. He does run off under his own power, but sits down the sideline. He may just have a cramp. In the meantime, Robinson gets a punt off, gets a little bit of a Sailor bounce. It's going to die right around midfield. So Beckman will take over right at midfield, 50-yard line. But now you've got one of your better defenders, Drew Schultz, out of the game, at least in the interim right now. And it does come down to a little bit of a time crunch now for Columbus, and Beckman knows that, and I think they're going to probably lean heavy on the run game, and they do, a little handoff. And they're going to rumble for 7 yards on 1st down. Nice tackle by Thomas Wall to prevent any other damage. But a good solid gain on 1st down for Beckman. Columbus scored on their opening drive and have not scored since. And Beckman's offensive and defensive lines really are the difference, but their quarterback and 2 running backs are going to be fun to watch the rest of the year. And speaking of which, it's just a little quarterback keeper for about a 2-yard gain, and trying to make the tackle. So now it's 3rd and a long 4 for the Trailblazers. Yeah, not hurrying out of the huddle like they did in the first half. So they're burning a little bit more time, which is wise. That's a good move by Dyersville. Oh, a little inside hand. That almost looked like a reverse, didn't it? It looked like he almost fumbled it, but then I think it was a handoff and another handoff, I believe. Sailors did a pretty good job of picking that up. Now it's 4th and about 2 yards, and I would guess the Beckman coaches are going to go for it on 4th down in Columbus territory. Beckman breaks the huddle. Line sprints up to the line. Recker gets the ball, another little inside handoff. And had 2 or 3 chances. Oh, 2 or 3 chances to bring down number 21. But Sailors cannot get the job done on 4th down there, and for a huge gain, Bryce Nolan does save the touchdown, at least for the time being, but now it's 1st and goal from just about the 2-yard line. Beckman up over the line now. Another little inside handoff, and they are in for the touchdown. So Beckman now up 40-7 before the extra point. Columbus sideline, as you would well expect, a little bit deflated. Don't think they saw this coming. It just, ever since that first possession, they've been steamrolled pretty much. And just, there was chances on some 4th down plays, some other plays, that maybe would have kept this game close. But right now, it's kind of a beating by Dyersville Beckman.
It is. Columbus just got to find some positive the last quarter and a half here to carry on to next week and just find some offense.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Not that you're giving this game away, but let's build on some things that are going to take you to next week and through the season. Find some things that maybe you can do good and get it polished up for the next week. Once again, not giving up on this game. You need to continue to play here. You never know. But at this point, 41-7, going to have a continuous clock here, so the clock's going to run much quicker. Main goal for Columbus here is to get some continuity on both offense and defense. Been beat on a lot of big plays. Some of that's awareness, some of it's discipline. But they always say, Coach, you get better. The most you get better is between game 1 and game 2.
Well, and hopefully that happens. And, we got to tackle some guys, too. They had a lot of opportunities to stop these guys early, and they seemed to get right through. Who's that, 2?
Good run back by Hosh to right around the 30-yard line. But it does. It comes down to making those plays on defense. There's a bunch of 4th down plays we could point to that I think Beckman got every 4th down play they went for. And some of them were huge plays. The score right before halftime. So the goal, play good, solid football. Try to claw back into this game. And try to set yourself a little bit better for the rest of the year here. Robinson back in the shotgun, hands off, and that is going to go for 0 gain, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. So Wall in for Drew Schultz. And now Wall coming off, so that Coach Schmidt is substituting pretty liberally right now. Now Robinson back in the shotgun, all by himself. 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Nice little pitch and catch. Now that's a good throw and a good run. And Bryce Nolan made a good catch and a good run after the catch, Coach.
Yes, it was. They're opening up a little bit. They got to continue to do that. So
Sailors now 1st and 10, from their own 44-yard line. Let's look at a couple other substitutions for Columbus. Once again, Robinson all by himself. Little swing pass. That will go for no gain. Hosh catches the ball but cannot gain any yardage. Credit to Beckman once again for shutting down a play that looked like it might be able to go for a few yards, but they closed quickly and made a solid tackle. So Columbus coming out of the huddle, 2nd and 10, once again from their own 44-yard line. Robinson in the backfield all by himself. Catches. Yeah, good pass and good catch by Owen Hosh for a first down for the Sailors. Starting to get a little bit of momentum, starting to get the fans back excited here. And really, Coach, that's what you need to do. Just start making progress. Positive yards. That looks like the set that Coach Smith's going to go with mostly here, at least for the quarter here is, nice pass by Amani. It's going to be just a little bit out of bounds, about 2 or 3 yards. Hosh had his man beat, but the ball was 2 yards out of bounds. Doesn't matter if he catches it or not. Put some nice air under the ball. Hosh could have ran under it, but was not on the field of play. But it looks like Coach Schmidt is going to go with the kind of the open backfield here with just Amani Robinson in the shotgun and 5 receivers. And that's the same set we're going with right now. 2-step drop. Yeah, that's a pass that receiver's not going to like. Yeah. Well, not only is it high, you leave your receiver out to get lit up, and he did a little bit. Got hit right in the ribs there. So, but with that incompletion, it is 3rd and 10. Sailors need 10 for a first down. I think they have some big play capability, but you also have to keep those linemen out of Robinson's face on his passes. Once again, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Robinson all by himself. Here he's under duress again. Has a nice little throw there. You know, Hosh has a good catch, cuts across the middle. They are going to be just a tad short of the first down. I'm going to call it a 4th and 1.5. Obviously going for it here, Coach.
Got to go for it. Got to create some momentum here.
Coach Schmidt signaling in the play to Amani Robinson, number 13, the quarterback. Just 3 minutes left now in the third quarter. When you have that clock going, it is it is a quick quarter. And now we're down to under 3 minutes, 2:57. Columbus will take a timeout, and we will also. All right, back to action here. After the timeout, 4th down and just a couple yards. That is a pretty good throw by Amani Robinson. And a good catch by Hosh, and that will be a touchdown for the Sailors. And I think, not that you throw the baby out with the bathwater, but I think maybe he's found something here that we need to spread that offense out a little bit.
Well, we talked about him opening it up, and that's what they're doing. Got to continue to do it here.
Because Columbus has some certain skill sets that are real good. That was a real good pass, real good catch to close the gap here to 41-13, and there the extra point is good by Bryce Nolan, so that'll make it 41-14, or excuse me, 41-14. So with a break on the field, we will also take another break. All right, we are back. Nolan kick to White from Beckman. And White catches it and gets hustled out of bounds. So that will be a first down for Beckman Blazers here. Right at the 30-yard line, right on it. So Columbus responds there with a fairly quick touchdown, which is stupendous, but your defense has to show up, Coach.
Yeah, we need a big stop here. When was the last time we stopped them? I'm not sure, but yeah, we got to stop them and score.
Yeah, we were talking at the break. We don't know. We're not even 100% sure if Beckman's punted tonight. We're kind of racking our brains a little bit. Yeah, it's been a physical game. It's like Thomas Wall might be limping just a little bit, but he is staying in the game. It looks more like a cramp, actually. He's trying to stretch out that calf muscle. So Beckman with a 5-yard gain on first down will make it 2nd and 5. They run up to the line. Just a little inside handoff. Good blocking scheme there. Only get a couple, but they don't really need more than 2 or 3 yards of carry. Just keep that clock moving. 3rd down and about, I'd say about a 2 yards to go for that first down. But Beckman has went for, they haven't punted, and they have went for it on 4th down 2, 3, 4 times and got it every time, and a couple times were huge plays. Not just getting a 1 yard for a first down, but a 20-yard gain or a 30-yard gain. But at 3rd and 2, we're just going to get a handoff to the running back, and he's going to bulldoze through the line and get all the way to the last guy that can bring him down. And Columbus does bring him down, but he gets the first down, and they're into Columbus territory at the 45-yard line.
Sailors. Good enough though for a late first down. 1st and 10 from the Sailor 46-yard
And that's really all Beckman is looking to do. With 1 minute left in the third quarter, they're just going to more or less run the ball. They can probably mix it up and throw a pass here and there, but you're going to have to load the box and try to stop the run if at all possible. Columbus does a nice job gang tackling there for no gain. You know, Hagman on another carry for Beckman. So it looks like Beckman will have to run one more play before the fourth quarter, with the play clock being right at 10 seconds and the game clock at 18. They come up to the line, have a man in motion. Looked like somebody might have left a little bit early, but a nice little pitch and catch to the wide receiver from Beckman. Yeah, you know, Oswinkle really, between those couple running backs, I don't want to say which one's better. That Oswinkle's having a heck of a game, though.
Yeah, they're both good players that we have to defend.
So that'll be a 3rd and 2 when we come back. We'll take a break, and it'll be 3rd and 2 for Dyersville Beckman. All right, we are starting in the fourth quarter. We got 12 minutes left in this ball game. Beckman up 41-14 over Columbus. Quick little shout out to all the folks down in Iowa City, the freshmen, sophomores from Columbus that are listening tonight. Thanks for listening, especially Morgan Bradley, my daughter. And Beckman rumbles for another first down. And, you know, at this point, Coach, it looks like Columbus is just getting worn down.
Well, and we kind of talked about the size of Beckman's line, and, you know, that much time pushing those guys around is going to wear you out.
Yeah, so the only other thing you can do is you can run those linebackers in there. You can maybe even bring that safety. Of course, that opens you up for some other things, but you really need to. And just another little outside handoff. And Beckman's going to get another first down and a little more. We have a Columbus player down on the field. I think that is just another – I think that's a cramp, but, well, I can't tell because he's kind of rolling around a little bit. But that may be Thomas Wall. And I saw him stretching out his calf muscles earlier, so maybe that's what happened. It just tightened up real bad on him. Hope that's all it is, obviously. Coach Schmidt out there to check on the player that's down. And we'll take a short break. All right, we're back to live action. That looked like that was Aiden Hosh that was down for Columbus and walking pretty stiff-legged, so my guess is he's cramping up a little bit. And the trainers are trying to roll out those calves right now. Now Beckman back over the ball here. 1st and 8. And really it's 1st and goal from the 8. And they will rumble in for a touchdown and push their lead back up over 30 points again, and probably going to get that continuous clock again then. But now that I get out my slide rule and I do some figuring here, Coach, they're going to be 1 point short.
You are a math guy.
That was not my strong suit, math, and obviously still not for years and years. But Beckman scores again, and they do push the lead 48-14. Just 11 minutes left in the ball game, and with a break in the action, we will also take a break. All right, Beckman to kick off here. They have scored again. Now it's obviously 48-14. They're 1 point short of that continuous clock. And with a little bit over 11 minutes left to play in the ball game, Columbus will get the ball. Good return by Columbus. Good tackle by Beckman there. Sailors will take over 1st and 10. About the 20-yard line. And really, you got to tip your hat to Beckman. I mean, they came to play. They played 4 quarters. Their lines, really their offensive and defensive line, I think, dominated the game. They've got 2, if not 3, good running backs. That quarterback, shifty, good player. Yeah, they should be happy over in Dyersville. I think they got a good team this year.
Oh, I agree. Defensively, they're holding us and can't seem to stop them on offense also.
Yeah, and they've done what Columbus actually could not do. They've responded pretty much every time that Columbus did some positive things. Dyersville Beckman has responded. And we have another Sailor down on the field, and it also looks like another cramp. And I know in years past, but it's been a lot warmer for this first game, the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, warmer like as in relative humidity of 75% and about 90 degrees. I can understand that a little bit, but it's a pretty darn nice day out. Maybe we need to serve pickle juice in the cafeteria?
That might be that's the old school remedy, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know.
But if you've ever played athletics and had a cramp, that is not a good feeling whatsoever. Almost paralyzes you. And then you keep feeling it coming back a little bit, as you're walking or moving. It's just almost there, and then it's there, and you really can't play at full speed, to be honest. So if you're cramping up that bad, then you have to come in the game, and somebody else has to come in and take your spot. But I think we're going to be working on this Columbus Sailor for a little bit, so we'll take a short break here. We are back live. Robinson, kind of a little shovel pass there. And I actually thought he might go out and throw that thing, but he was running all the way. But I thought a little razzle dazzle. And why wouldn't you do that at this point? Got Coach Smith's son up here, Michael, up in the booth. You want to say hi, Michael?
Hi, guys.
Very nicely done. Michael just in elementary school, but could probably have as good a commentary as me and Coach Hogan. He knows football. It's Coach Smith's son. So Sailors break the huddle. 10:43 left in the game. They are 2nd and 6, down by just a boatload of points, 48-14. Yeah, and then Robinson went to Hagedorn and overthrew him a little bit, so that's going to bring up 4th and 6. Looks like Sailors are going to punt here on 4th and 6, and they are on their own, 25-yard line. Robinson gets it off. It is caught by Beckman and then covered real well by Columbus. But Beckman will take over on the 45-yard line. So Hagedorn was the intended receiver on the last play and then made the tackle on the punt. So now Dyersville Beckman going to take over possession of the football in Columbus territory, 46-yard line. Commanding lead. And ever since the very first series, they have dominated the game to a certain extent. You know, you never know how things play out if you get a play here or a play there, but hats off to Beckman. They made those plays. So Recker in the backfield, just a handoff, and I think you're going to see a lot of just hand it off to their running backs. They're solid players. Just a short gain by the Blazers there, 3.5 yards. And as you would expect, not any real big hurry to run plays. And they have that luxury with a huge lead of 48-14. Just an inside handoff to Hageman, and he rumbles down the field for a huge gain. There is a flag in the backfield, so this may get negated and come back. Referee's talking it over right now, and everybody's moving back here, so that's I think they knew, obviously, before we did, it was a hold on Dyersville Beckman. So that play went for naught, and that will back them up with 9:39 to play, and they're going to have a second down play from right about at their 45-yard line. Excuse me, the Columbus 45-yard line. So the huge gain comes back, makes it 2nd and 9.
For the Blazers.
Recker gets the shotgun snap. Just another handoff to Hageman.
Hageman goes straight ahead.
you know, now what I'm going to tell you is now I think they got 3 running backs. Now that, you know, Hagman's, well, I'll tell you what, they do a nice job, but it starts all at the point of attack. And their line is creating some holes, and those running backs are shifty enough and good enough that they're getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards of crack. So with that carry, Beckman has another first down. 1st and 10 from the Columbus 35. Man in motion, just another little inside handoff. Running back loses balance, gets tripped up for a short or no gain. And it looks like no gain. That'll be a 2nd and 10. And under 9 minutes left in the ball game. You know, the thing for Beckman is that their luxury is now they can play some guys that ordinarily might not play and see where they're at.
Well, they are, but they're keeping the studs in right now. We got to slow them down and, again, look for some positives as the Sailors move forward here.
So now Beckman is quarterback's in the shotgun, but they had 2 running backs right next to him. And I think you're going to get a huge diet of just running plays here. There's obviously no reason to throw the ball. They got to believe the game's in hand and just, you know, the clock's in their favor. Just keep running the ball and working clock. And with that gain, it'll bring up a third, about 6 yards to go for Beckman on the Columbus 30-yard line. Center out of the huddle right away. Line sprints up. 2 backs flanking the quarterback. And a nice little play to the outside and running for just a ton of yardage. That's about a 20, 25-yard gain by Beckman. And, you know, Oswinkel, and just it's almost pick your poison. You've got 2 or 3 running backs there, plus the quarterback. Hard to key on all of them, and they're getting such good blocks at the point of attack that just Columbus can't keep up with them. So with that run from Oswinkel, it'll be a first and goal from the 8-yard line. Beckman once again knocking on the door for another score. Looks like Recker. And that is a touchdown. Coach Hogan saw it a little bit different. Did you think he was down?
I thought the quarterback hit his knees, but the officials thought differently, I guess.
So Beckman does score again, gets them up to 54 points before the extra point. 54-14 at this point. The kick is up, and it is good. So that'll make the score 55-14. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left in the game, and we will take a break. All right, we are back. Dyersville Beckman ready to kick off from the 40-yard line to the Columbus Sailors. Beckman has reached that threshold again that it will be a continuous clock. Columbus kind of muffs that kickoff a little bit, and they are all the way back inside their 5-yard line. So the tidal wave of just issues and problems just keeps coming.
Yeah, we need to figure some things out for next week. Looks like we travel to Durant. Coach will make some adjustments.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Sailors will be on the road next couple weeks. And then back in 3 weeks against Hudson. But yeah, the next couple weeks on the road, Durant, West Branch. West Branch always good. So you got your work cut out for you. You need to go down to Durant. You're gonna go down to make almost that same trip twice down, East Iowa City, West Branch and Durant, closer to maybe even to Davenport. Just a little pass from Robinson. And, you can't take a lot of risk where you're at the 5-yard line, but, you make another mistake, Beckman will capitalize on it and score again. So no gain on that play. Robinson coming in with the play. 2nd and 10. From about the 4-yard line, Columbus buried deep in their own territory. Robinson all by himself. Throws a pass, bounces off the receiver's pads. You can hear it up here. So it is going to go incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 from the Sailors' 4-yard line. Right at 5 minutes left in the ball game. Sailors in no huge hurry to play out these last few plays either. But you've got a 3rd and 10 from their own 4-yard line. And it looks like they might end up calling a timeout here right at the end of the play clock. So with the break on the field, we will also take a break. All right, resume play here. Robinson back in the shotgun, now all by himself. 3rd down, 10 to go. Just a little pass, but boy, that is just get tripped up, not going to get it done, and caught it behind the line of scrimmage, got tackled in the end zone, and that will be a safety for Dyersville Beckman. So tack on 2 more points to their total. And really, I mean, we talked about it after that first drive by Columbus, which obviously got everybody fired up. They looked great. It has been a dominating performance by Dyersville Beckman here. the remainder of the game, offensively and defensively. So now Columbus will either kick or punt here over to Beckman. And I think they've decided to punt it, which gives you a little better coverage, I think, if you can get this ball up in the air. But with 4 minutes, 9 seconds left in the game, 57-14, Beckman over Columbus. And a line drive punt by Robinson, got a good, nice roll. Now Beckman picks it up, and he will get dropped at the 42 after about a 10, 12-yard run back. So we have a nickel conference, really a showdown, Grundy Center and Dyke New Hartford. I think it was number 1 and number 3, if I am not mistaken. Well, Grundy comes out on top of that, 21-7. So it sounds like they're loaded for bear again this year. They've won 3 of the last 4 or 2 of the last 3. They were actually the team that put Columbus out of the state tournament last year in the semifinals in the Dome. Now Beckman up over the ball. Handoff, nice tackle by Hagedorn, number 20 for Columbus, for about a 3-yard gain. And we have a Sailor down on the field. And that's really what you don't want to see is you never want to see any injuries, but especially at this point in the game when the game is kind of well in hand. And once again, it almost doesn't – I mean, I can't say a cramp, it's not an injury, but it's better than, an ankle or a knee or anything like that. But it looks like a young athlete for Columbus is cramping up. So we're going to let him recover, and we'll take a short break. All right, we are back to action, and good news is nobody was hurt, just another cramp.
Hopefully another cramp. Yeah, they had to carry him off, but hoping it's a cramp.
So Beckman now just trying to essentially run the clock out here. Columbus throws Beckman for a loss there, so it's going to be third down and about 11 with 3 minutes left in the ball game here. And pending no more cramps or injuries, there's only going to be 2 or 3 more snaps, I think, in the game. So obviously not the start Coach Schmidt wanted for the season, but be that as it may, now it's just time you need to improve and you need to shore up those offensive and defensive lines and maybe scheme things a little bit different to keep you in some ball games. Looks like just a handoff there, but I think Beckman athlete hit his knee on the ground, so that will bring up fourth down and about 15. And we may see the first punt for Beckman today. And we may not. I'm not going to hold my breath because they go for it a lot, and it's gutsy, and I appreciate that. But they are gonna punt the ball back to Columbus with just a shade over 2 minutes left in the ball game. And just a little bit of, I want to call it a muff punt. He caught it cleanly, and Beckman jarred it loose. So then Beckman will get the ball back on the turnover. And it just seemed like when things started going, Beckman played really well, but it just seemed like he kept snowballing. You give up a big play on fourth down that hurt, one right before halftime, safety, just some key critical moments where Beckman played stellar ball, and Columbus obviously did not. So Columbus will go back on defense again with a minute and a half left in the game. I would think Beckman would probably just run it here and try to stay in bounds, obviously, but he's they're still churning, trying to make yards and make positive plays. Trinan did get another tackle. I would think he is well over in double figures, if not close to 20 tackles on the ball game. So a pretty bright light for the Columbus Sailors in an otherwise disappointing performance, I think. I think Coach Schmidt would say that. So Beckman back up to the line. Not a very good snap, and he has corralled, the running back is, by 2 or 3 Columbus Sailors. And there is, that will probably be, in fact, it will be the last play of the game. There's 30 seconds left in the game and 40 on the clock, the play clock. So that will do it in about 20 more seconds. Once again, Dyersville Beckman Trailblazers 57 points. Waterloo Columbus Sailors 14 points. Thank you for joining in. Coach Hogan, any parting thoughts?
Oh, the Sailors got to get back to the drawing board and figure some things out for next week at Durant.
Yep, said a mouthful there. Appreciate everybody watching and tuning in. Back in 3 weeks. The next home game, 2 on the road. For Pat Hogan, this is Jeff Bradley. Good night.